Well, I just found something very interesting, guys. The names of the people who own half of the buildings in Moscow, Idaho. And it's really very interesting, guys. You guys remember Saeed, the 21-year-old kid from the Banfield that got stopped by the cops for the two unopened beer cans? Check this out, guys. Okay, here's the Queen Road Apartments. And over here, he owns a bungalow apartment complex. When he said that his apartment was was right around the corner, he wasn't lying, guys. Because here's his apartment. Oh, and now the 1122 King Road is owned by the Board of Regents of Moscow, Idaho. I thought it was owned by the college, not the Board of Regents. Oh, and right after the murders, the person that owned the house instantly dumped all of his properties to Eagle Investment Group, based out of California. Now, you remember when the cops came to the house and was asking for Megan, Megan Mogan or Megan Moy? They now own this property right here, right behind the house. Her parents, Thomas and Karen Moy, now own this house that's right behind the murder scene. And the guy that owned 500 Queen LLC, well, owned 500 Queen Road or Queen Road Apartments, little Asian guy, he quickly sold it to 500 Queen LLC. So there's that right there. And there's that right there. But that ain't half of it, guys. Ann Taylor owns some property there in Moscow. Gee, isn't that kind of ironic that all these people own property in and about Moscow? Now, if I'm wrong, isn't the Board of Regents? Someone said that's not the college. Yeah, I understood that the house was given to the college, not the Board of Regents. Unless the college gave the property to the Board of Regents. And according to the college, they're not going to be doing anything with that land. There was some talk of putting a memorial garden there on the old 1122 King Road site. But Ethan Chapin's brother and sister said they would rather have the memorial gardens there on the college because they don't even want to go near the site of where the old house was. Even though they have to pass by it every day going into class because Ethan's brother was in Sigma Chi with him. Now, what's Ann Taylor doing owning property there in Moscow? I wonder if it's apartment complexes that Ann Taylor owns. And I did some research on this Eagle Investments. It's a investment group that's based out of San Diego, California. And they buy up property from very unscrupulous landlords slash slumlords for very high profits. And from what I heard, Eagle Investments is also in the money laundering business. So, are they going to use these homes that they bought as a money laundering front? We'll never know. Well, in my investigations, if I can find it again, Scott Green, I believe, owns some properties too. That's the Linda Lane, and it's owned by Kane and Deborah France Teach. And of course, our good old buddy Saeed that got stopped on Banfield, there's his apartment complex right there that he owns. Yeah, Eagle Investments owns that one. They own that one. They own that one. Mind you, this one, and this one, and of course over here, was owned by 1122 King Road LLC. They owned this, and this. The day after the murders, the Dan Esty quickly sold it to Eagle Investments Group LLC. So 1, 2, 3. And of course, this is the Board of Regents where the murder house stood. And I was on Google Earth earlier, and there's still pictures of the house standing, even though it's been torn down for a month. And I thought Google Earth would update it. No, you can still see a Google Earth photo of it standing. I'm wondering who owns King Road or King Apartment LLC. Oh, hey, look over here. Eagle Investment Group owns this one, this one, this one, and this one. Anna C. Taylor. Of course, there's the University of Idaho. Look at all these apartments around the University of Idaho. Look at all these guys. Taylor Street Bungalows, LLC. So does Ann Taylor own that one too? Idaho Apartment Rentals, LLC. And Cosmo Properties, John Beaker and Martha Beaker. Oh, hey, look, guys. Wrong spelling, though. That's Chapin, not Chapin. But I can't help but go back to find it again, find it again. Bart Family Trust and Bart Chester, trustee. Yeah, guys, I'm just perusing this. Can someone tell me about Megan Moy, Thomas Moy, and Karen Moy? Can someone please tell me about them? Yeah, Board of Regents, because that's the old house, guys. Eagle Investment, Eagle Investment, Eagle Investment, and Eagle Investment. So they own 1, 2, 3, 4 properties in Moscow, Idaho. So instead of selling this one back here to Eagle Investments, they sold it to Karen and Thomas Moy, the parents of Megan Moy. And I've heard some stories about Megan Moy. And that's at 1260 Walenta. And I'd like to know, guys, why uh, Brian, whoever it was, that night of the murders, went so far out and around Pullman. I can actually show you guys. It's a straight shot from Pullman to Moscow. Let me pull it up. You guys aren't going to believe this. You want to see how short a distance it is? Voila. Look how short a distance it is from Pullman to Moscow. $14 guys. It's a 14-minute drive from Pullman to Moscow. Why would somebody want to take the long way around going back from Moscow to Pullman when it's only a 15-minute drive or 14-minute straight shot? Can someone please let me know in the comments of the chat? Because if you look at it, it's a straight shot, right? Whoever drove back from Moscow that night to Pullman would have had to have done this. Go down this way, down 95. Down this way. Keep going past Genesee. Down this way. Right here. Up. Going past Leon. Through Uniontown. Through Colton. Past Johnson. Chambers. Staley Airport. Pullman Airport. Busby. Up 27. And if you look at it, there's WSU right there. Because it said person came up 27, right? Came up Stadium Way, right there. Came up Stadium Way to Northeast Fairway Road. Up this way to Pine Ridge Apartments. But yeah. $15 minutes, 9.4 miles. And if you look, Moscow, Pullman, 15 minutes. And the perpetrator went south down 95, took 95 all the way down over to 195 and took that all the way back into Pullman. Why not just do a straight shot? See, guys? Can someone please let me know? Was it to find a dump site? Was it to try to throw investigators off? Just don't make no sense to me. 15-minute straight shot. Why take the long ass detour? Do you take the long ass detour? Is that to find a dump site? Is that find the dump site for a murder weapon? Is there any ponds or lakes along that detour. Like I said, this is going to be a short live tonight. I just had to get this off my chest and see what you guys have to say about it. And I'll post some more videos later. You guys have a good night. Peace.